Hello, 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 hello. Some people love hello, hello. Some people hate hello, hello. So I'll do another hello, hello, hello. It's Tom Ruth, Philippine Adventures. Today I want to talk about, we went to the Robinsons yesterday and went shopping. And I could not video. They would not let me video inside the store. I got stopped twice. So it's like, and I went to the mall. And as you know, it's located inside the mall. And the guard told me there's no videos allowed here. You can take a picture, but you cannot do a video. And I said, okay. So they're stopping a lot of that. So today's video is about my grocery bill and shopping. You guys ever notice you try to do a video and then you have all the obstacles that run and attach to you? I'm over here at the Blessing House. We're actually getting the Blessing House ready. We're going to have Grandma's going to come visit, Ruth's mother. She's going to stay a little while with us, and so we're getting to make sure everything's okay. And she's up to speed. But today I want to talk about something that yesterday was the most expensive bill that I ever had without being on vacation. As you know, we go on vacation and we spend a lot of money buying food, making food, things like that. Robinsons had no food. What I mean by that, they had only in the whole meat counter, had a little bit of fish, about 8 feet of fish, and about 30 kilo of ground beef. That's it. Nothing else. No chicken, no pork, nothing. So they ran out of food. How can you run out of food? But they did. The shelves were okay, you know. I mean, it's the same thing, you know. What they do is they spread it out. So, for an example, a normal store will have, 100 to 200,000 items, depending on what sections total in the store. May have up to 300,000 items. These stores only have anywhere from 5 to 10, maybe 15,000 items for the whole store. So what they do, you might find tuna on this aisle, and you find it 4 aisles this way, of 30, 40, 50 feet of tuna, and then 30 feet up front, and then 20 feet up front. So it keeps you hopping. But I want to go over my bill a little bit and kind of show you. We bought Downy. We paid 159 peso. If you will look, I did not bring that container over. Let's see. Now, yesterday, I bought this. I bought corned beef in a can. I found this finally. It's finally on the shelves here where I live. But I ordered some. It came in today. I ordered 3 cans, 884 pesos delivered. It was 220 pesos each, right? Give or take. 246, not a little more than that. So, anyway, at the store there, they were 184 peso, and I paid 200 peso through Lazada. It's a cooked corned beef in a can. Now, we like this because you can't get beef here. So we utilize this. So now I have plenty. I have 6 or 8 cans of it because I bought 3 cans yesterday. I spent a grand total. I'll go through that. It was actually quite a bit. I got a lot of stuff. What I did, in town, they have a couple, 2, 3, 4 stores. They're big stores. They're 4,000 or 5,000 square feet. But the problem is the same thing. You'll have tuna here, tuna over there, tuna over there, tuna in the healthcare products, a tuna over in canned mushrooms. You'll have tuna over in healthcare, like aspirin and things like that. So you never know, how they do it. But it's okay. It does not matter. So I paid $3 for a big thing. We bought milk. Milk is expensive. Milk, a bag of milk, is just a big bag of milk. I paid over $6 for that bag of milk. But we bought some chicken leg quarters. It's 199 peso per kilo, which is $4 per kilo, so it's $2 a pound. Let's see. We bought all kinds of soaps and things like that because they have soaps here, but not in the big containers. They're all little containers here. Antiperspirant, stuff like that we're out of. Dishwashing liquid, they have that in town, but they didn't have the real big ones. A lot of it has to do with right now, in order to travel to certain areas, we're back under a certain type of quarantine again. It's not like before where we could just get up and go. 65 and above cannot go out. 12 and below cannot go out. Actually, it's 15. But there are letting younger kids out. I saw a few yesterday. But you better have a pass, and you better, because they will make the child stay at the quarantine place at the checkpoint, and then you go do your business and then come back and pick your child up. Well, that ain't going to happen, so you just turn around and go back home. So yesterday we got through fine. It was okay. It was no worries because Ruth colored and did this, so I don't look as 65. So, okay. Anyway. I bought I bought all kinds of chili in cans. I say chili tuna. And it was $1 a can. Actually, some of the things $1.15 for a small 5 to 6 ounce can, just a small can about like this, and that's all. I don't think I have a can over here on anything. We are going to stock this up for Grandma. I call her Grandma, my mother-in-law. And so, let's see. We bought, of course, chlorine, 65 peso for chlorine, which is over $1 for a quart of chlorine. Highlands, canned tuna, stuff like that. I'm going down in here, and actually Kellogg's Cornflakes, a big box, 18-ounce box, is 185 peso, almost $3, almost $4. I'm so sorry, $4 for an 18-ounce box of Kellogg's Cornflakes. So here, this box it does not say what size, 185 peso. Corned beef, okay, 194 peso here. I bought at Robinson's, and I paid 230 peso for 3 cans, 2 for 6, yeah, maybe 250, whatever it figures out to be. I don't have a calculator here. Corn chili, 116 peso for a can of corn chili. That's a little expensive. That's over $1 a can for 6 ounces, 8 ounces of corn. It's actually chili. Tuna. Just tuna in a can. They put chili pepper in it. We bought also milk, regular milk. It's in a box. It's a quart of milk for $3. A quart of milk, $3. Mustard in a small container. You guys know mustard is just a small brown mustard. I bought some of that. I did buy some beef hot dogs yesterday. Our freezer is full. It's a small freezer. It's full anyway. 76 peso, which is $1, and I'm just going to say 20 cents, 30 cents for a small thing of mustard you can buy at USA for 50 cents a can, 50 cents or 80 cents a container. As you can see, this is a little bit more pricey here. We did buy some Nestle's coffee, 317 peso for a small jar, a 10-ounce instant coffee. I bought that as extra because my Folgers will be out here in the next month. 317, which is $6 and change for 6 to 8 ounces of coffee, instant coffee. Go figure, right? Chicken breast. We paid. We got chicken breast in a can. I already said that one. Anyway, I'm going back down through here. I'm seeing stuff that we buy in U.S. You guys beef, small cans. Man, I paid a lot for that. You mean to tell me I paid $4 for Bangus fish? $4 for Bangus? $4 for Bangus fish. Unbelievable. That's a little bitty fish for $4. Okay. Tide, $3 for a container of Tide. It says 151 grams. No, it says, 151 grams. Sanitation, sanitary wipes, meaning the wipes you wipe your hands with, $1, things like that. Anyway, we spent a grand total of 9,000 peso yesterday, which is $180. All right. Now we just spent $100, a little over $100 3 weeks ago, but this time our shelves are packed. I'm tired of being out of food. I don't care if I have to stand in queue for 4 hours to get into the mall. I don't care. I'm going to the store. So yesterday ended up being, we ended up coming back. I spent a grand total of about 15,000 peso yesterday, about $300. And it's amazing. It goes fast. I bought a bed for Grandma. I bought some items that were grocery store, I bought extra things. I bought a rake. I went to Ace Hardware. And I'll call it Ace Hardware, Citi Hardware, I'm so sorry. Well, they don't have shower pans. They took out shower pans. They're deleted. So there's no shower pans available. So the only place they can get them now is Davo. So no, I have to go to Davo. They said they would ship it in. I said, how long will it take? I said, I don't know, sir, out of stock. Well, how long is that? I mean, I need to fix my shower. So there's a couple ways I can go ahead and fix it. I mean, I can epoxy the whole thing, things like that. But I don't want to go through that hassle. It's just a standard shower pan, and they're all the same size, 39 inches from wall to the center, and it's just standard pan. Get this, I was so amazed. You can buy a whole shower. I'm talking the shower head, the big rain shower with shower in the front and on the side. It comes out like this, surrounded by that, for 12,000 peso. Includes the doors, the whole thing for 12,000 peso. I had them order that. It's going to be 3,000 peso for the pan on the bottom. You buy a whole shower for 12, which is a little over $240, right? So $240, you can have a whole brand new shower. That's what I'm going to put upstairs if and when I do that. If I do that, I would have put a shower in this one and made this one a little bit bigger. If you always have do-overs, would you do things differently? Sure, you would do them differently. But anyway, I went there. I bought screws and nuts and bolts, pump sprayers, things like that I cannot find. They have no channel lock pliers in the whole Citi Hardware. Not one pair of channel lock pliers. Go figure. I don't know why. I need a pair of channel locks, right? You need something bigger than the pliers they have. The opening on a standard pair of pliers here is about 1 inch to 1 inch and a half. And you need something bigger. Sometimes you need a 2, 3, 4 inch, where you can have an opening or something like that where you can do it. But they did not have channel lock pliers here. So I will order me a pair from Lazada. Aluminum foil. We bought us a rake. It was $9 for a rake. They finally got a rake in. There was no rake available in the Philippines that I could buy. I've been to Davao, I've been to CDO, and I've been to Cebu trying to find a rake. Even when we went to Cebu 2 years ago, I said, let's find us a rake. Ace Hardware didn't have one. We went to we're there a month. No, we're there, 5 weeks on and off, right? Going to Davao, go there, and this, that. And we went back again. I didn't say that, but we did before, but we did go back again to Davao to look for a rake. We went all the way there for a rake. They don't have them. So I said, well, how can I find? I even went to Korean stores. They have everything, right? So anyway, I finally found a rake. And it's just a leaf rake. It's adjustable leaf rake. And you can actually use it for harder stuff if you want to rake rock up and things like that. But I wouldn't advise it. It's $9. We bought a lot of screws. She bought a few seeds. I bought a drill bit. A standard steel drill bit you can use on anything. I bought a cutting blade for my cutter that I can actually use on steel, metal, concrete, whatever I have, it'll cut. So I have now a cutting blade for that. I have been able to find that, but I did buy that there. They actually, to me, now this advice for me, when I went in there, they actually cut back on a lot of stuff. I didn't see a lot of stuff. I mean, they are building a new one. Maybe they're taking the inventory down. They are building a new one. They just broke ground on a new one. They already got the steel up to build a new Citi Hardware there in Valencia. So it's going to be really huge. It's going to be like the size of a Home Depot. So they're really banging that thing up. So hopefully they'll carry a lot more items. I mean, they didn't really have a lot of stuff. I brought a sprayer, pump sprayer, 3-liter sprayer for $4. A hacksaw, some blades, hacksaw blades. Actually, a cutting knife, to cut with, steel knife, razor knife. It was $5. $5 for a razor knife. Best one I could find. That disc, I paid 100 peso for it. Okay, so a grand total of 1,800 peso I spent there. And then, of course, like I said, I bought a bed. There's 10, and bought a bed for Grandma. And we got a mattress coming, another mattress coming, so it should be here whenever we go get it because they were out of stock on a mattress. Now, you want a mattress. You don't want just a foam. You want a decent mattress that will give you the availability to have some type of comfort. I don't want foam where it's hot and things like that. So we spent, like I said, yesterday I went out and spent $300. Went fast, so I told her, I said, you'll have to pull money out today just so we can sustain this month. So this will be the last straw of the month, and I won't, and it'll filter into next month. In other words, I'm going to pay my electricity bill now that's due, and then I'll pay extra on the internet and things like that. So I'm kind of like ahead. I always like to keep like ahead. Sometimes I keep a month ahead. So if we miss, we're out, or something's wrong, we have a little extra there. The only thing I can't do that to is the electric company. They will not accept any payments other than what's due. But we can do it now on the phone, but it's a nightmare paying a bill on the phone with some of that now. It's getting a little hard for us here where we're at for that. But I'm glad to see. Now this right here is 340 grams. It looks to be about 8 or 12 ounce can. I don't think it's a pounder. Where we used to get, Scoot sent me a bunch of these. They were a pounder, But RR and I love this. This is our thing. We could not get this at all, but now we can get it. And it's really a quarter size, which you can get USA for $5 or $6. Because USA is a lot bigger cans than this. But it's okay. When I'm complaining because of what? What am I complaining for? I'm not really, but at least we have it. Also, too, I was going to tell you, we took a tuk-tuk yesterday. We paid her cousin to take us to there, a real nice tuk-tuk. Yes, tuk-tuk, So you sat in the back. It's nice, comfortable. You go early in the morning. Coming back is hard because the heat. Now, the heat will get you on that. But I tell you what, I did see something. I'll do a video on. We're having, internationally, they're shipping in a lot of these electric cars coming in from China. And this particular builder that's building these cars is the, right now, #1 seller of electric cars in the world. And he actually beat Tesla in Tesla sales. And in China, they beat Tesla's #1 supplier of electric cars in China. This particular company beat the sales of cars. You can actually buy this car for $1,000, and it will go about 70 miles round trip. You add solar to it, just put the solar on top, a 200-300 watt solar, and it will extend it. They have jumper packs. They do have available that you can add a small gas motor to it for aircon and things like that, so getting up hills and things like that. What it does, automatically switches. Just flip a switch. Automatically switches, so if your batteries may be a little sluggish and you're going up a climb or things like that, you just flip a switch and the gasoline motor will just take you straight on up. And then you flip a switch, flip it off when you get there. It charges up solar. Now, solar's constantly charging, so you're in a store or something like that and the sun's out, it's going to constantly charge it. So I find all that quite interesting. I saw one yesterday, and it was really intrigued by it. I am amazed at the technology it's gotten to this level. It even has struts on it, and it actually has the availability that, like I said, it has aircon. It has a USB on the radio. It has a radio in it. It has air conditioning in it. It is a one big door on each side, bench seat in the front. It will hold about 4 to 5 people. It's the size of a tuk-tuk, which is a pretty good sized vehicle. It'll hold, the tuk-tuk will hold, depending on your size, 3 to 5 people. So this thing is really nice. Steering wheel. You can have them steering wheel, or you can have them a motorcycle. This particular version was 4-wheel. They call it a 4-wheel tuk-tuk. They do have a 3-wheel tuk-tuk that's available here that you can buy here. And what I found interesting is they have a battery pack. They call it a jump pack. So say, for instance, you're out and you say you ran out of gas and you have no gas and you run out of power and you're just like, oh man, I'm 40 kilometers from my house with 80 miles. I'm 80 miles from my house. How am I going to get home? No worries. They have what they call a jump pack. You just plug it in that jump pack, and what that does, when the solar is running, the jump pack is always just constantly being charged as the bike's being charged. So it trickle charges that jump pack. That jump pack gives you additional 50 miles. 50 miles. So it gives you additional, I'm just going to say 20, so that'd be 20 kilometer, like 18 kilometer. I'm just guessing, guys, because like 2.2 for a kilometer, right? Miles to the kilometer. If I'm right? So if I'm wrong, somebody tell me that. But I wanted to say that, but I found it interesting. So it was well worth a trip for me because I'm looking for something that I can have. I don't want a car. Ruth wants a car, but she don't want a car. She wants a car, but she don't want a car. She saw this. Okay. But because a car here is something that's so important. This is the most important thing. If anybody don't get anything from my videos or from anything that I do here in the Philippines, there is no parking. We were in CDO, and the guy in the taxi says, I'm going to have to go around the block. There is no parking. I can't put you out the street because I'll get a ticket. So we're going to have to go around the long block because they have the barriers now on the road to come back around and just pray there's an opening. He can just drop us off without getting hit by a car. I go, is it? He says, it is so horrible to get parking. So, and what we were doing is going to eat at this particular restaurant. So guess what we did? We said, don't worry about it. We'll just go eat somewhere else. And we did. We ate somewhere else. Just don't worry about it. Parking these vehicles is so horrible. Now, yesterday we went to City Hardware. No parking. There was no parking. But the tuk-tuk slid right in, parked in the spot because they have motorcycle and tuk-tuk parking. They necessarily slack back on the vehicle parking because there's only 6 slots available. You'll have 100 motorcycles, not really, but you'll have, so they got them stacked, neat, this. They'll have motorcycles and they'll have tuk-tuks there. And then when one leaves, they have an opening that you just go and you just pull up. They pull up. So if someone comes out, the guys will move their tuk-tuk out. They're very, very, very nice here for that. And I know I'm going on for 20 minutes here, but I wanted to talk about that. The thing that people don't realize, I'm going to get a multi-cab. Well, if you're living in a mountain, that's perfect. Because you can haul your things, you can go get your lumber, you can go get your things, you can take it home, this, that, and the other. But if you're going to town, where I live, now here in Maramag is not too much of a problem parking because we can pretty well park anywhere. And at Ollie's we have problem parking. So we just park, 40 feet down, 50 feet down. No big deal, right? Or park across over there and just walk across. No big deal. But in a city, Davao and things like that, Ruth said it was so horrible. The guy with the van, he just had to drop them off, hold up traffic, and go park somewhere. And when they needed him, 30 minutes later he showed up because he was way somewhere else that I can't get there to traffic. So that's something you really have to think about. Mama's calling me. God bless. Thank you so much.